Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. I have a feeling I know what this video is going to be about. How to install a deadbolt. And yes sirree, here it is. Here's the deadbolt. If you want to see how to install this in a door, stick around. And this happens to be the door. Reason why this has a deadbolt is because it goes out into the garage. And I decided lots of times garages don't have a locking keyed handle at the bottom if you have a deadbolt. Sometimes if you have two, you may have a key on both of these. But you know, you decide how secure do you want to be. I mean, this one, even if it had a keyed lock in it, it's only secure as strong as this little latch, this deadbolt strike or this strike plate. You'd have to have these screws go all the way in to the door jamb, and that would help secure this. If you just have the little screws in here with the locking lever handle there, then this lock, the bottom one, is only as strong as these two screws right here and this pine door jamb. Usually if somebody tries to break this in, it splits right here and splits there. It generally doesn't do anything to your lock. So your lock really isn't that strong. It's your deadbolt. Your deadbolt is really a lot stronger, in my view, than the bottom. So that's why I decided just put a handle. Everything's locked up around here. We've got the nice deadbolt up on the front door and stuff. So I'm only installing the deadbolt on this door. Okay, so I've already adjusted this strike plate because I wanted to make sure that the door hit onto this weather stripping nice and snug as a bug in a rug. And this was new weather stripping. See, it's got a flex on it. So you just need to make sure this is adjusted snug. And I made it so that it was snug, okay? Not too tight, but yet not too loose, all right? So that way it will determine and tell me exactly where that hole in the strike plate is going to go for this deadbolt. And here's the old strike plate for the old deadbolt that was on here. And see, somebody really ground that out on the side, and I may end up using that at first. We'll just have to see. Because it's probably going to have to go over that way further than what the regular strike plate is. We'll see in a minute. All right. And see, when they had this one in, they pre-drilled and they used really long screws. Lots of times your strike plate will only have the small screws. So check that out, because that'll make your door a lot more secure. You put long ones. The trick is those long ones, depending where your strike plate is, those screws have to be slightly angled a little bit, because generally you have a 1/2 inch of sheetrock, and then your stud will be from here over 2x4 stud or 2x6. If you were to drill this straight, you might hit the very edge of your 2x4 or 2x6 in the wall, and it might split the edge off, or it might hit the edge and go over to the left where the sheetrock is, and you may think, how come these screws aren't tightening up? Well, that's probably why. See, you got to lightly put them in at an angle. Okay, enough of that. I'll get ready to pull this apart and see how I'm going to do this. And it should be pretty easy, because this one has a thumb turn on one side and the lock on the other. You can buy different ones. I've seen lots of deadbolts that are keyed on both sides. I don't really like those, because then to go outside, every time to go outside, you've got to get your key and unlock the deadbolt. What sense is it? Okay, that's why I usually use the ones with the thumb turn. Well, that's pretty slick on the deadbolt. Oh, look at that. Why they've got a while they have that, this is adjusted for either 2 3/4 or 2 3/8 back set. There's a slide on there if you have to adjust it. See, you loosen it up and kind of pull on it. That's for 2 3/4 back set. You push on it that way, and that's for 2 3/8 back set. And most of the time your deadbolt has a notch on the side of the door. Okay, I've very seldom seen a deadbolt with just a round hole there, but look at that. They even give it to you in case you have one on the side. You can pull this off. You take your screwdriver in there, put it in sideways there, and then there's another one of those, you know, diagonal across here. Put your screwdriver in there, twist it, put your screwdriver in, twist it. This pops off, and this pops on. Now, I don't know why they've got a hole in the middle of that, but we'll look at this door and see 2 3/8 or 2 3/4 back set. Usually on an 1 3/4 door, it's 2 3/8 back set, and that means from the edge of the door to the center. Okay, and it's 2 3/8. Look at that, from the edge to the center. I don't know why they do that. They should have made it. I would have made it 2 3/4, but anyways. See, I just take that and twist it like that. Oh no, that's 2 3/4. See, that would be too long. So I'm going to make it the small side, and I'm going to put it in there on the side. See how well it fits on there, and screw the side in. And they gave me, the other good thing is they gave me 2 long screws for this. That way, these are designed to go all the way in and hit the 2x4s, the edge of the 2x4. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I usually like to make this. I just screw it in first and see how it looks before I make a determination if any of it's sticking out, if I need to notch it or not, or if I need to put some cardboard pieces in there. Just shim it out and see whoever initially put the other one in. They made this kind of big, didn't they? And I'm thinking I'm just going to have to leave it right like that. I'd like to have it over further, because I know it's going to have to go over further in later to fit into that strike plate, but hey, it is what it is for now. Okay, and so now I'll get the deadbolt, and this is pretty easy. This one looks to be, anyways. Okay. And I'll see how that goes sideways. That's going to have to be turned sideways. And that's going up and down. So this has to go up and down. That. And then this one here has to go up and, let's see here. And I want to make sure this is facing straight up the key. And then this is going straight across, and it should fit in there. Some deadbolts have lots of parts to them. This one's a pretty simple one. Make sure the screw goes in nicely, because if it's going tight, then you know you're cross-threading it and you need to start over. Last thing you want to do is cross-thread your little threaded screw into a female holder with threads in it. Just never works. Looking at that straight up and down. That looks straight across. Make it snug. Snug, but don't overdo it. The trick is you want this to come out all the way nice and easy, because sometimes if you tighten it too tight, depending if it's a metal steel door or a hollow core door or something like that, you get this too tight, maybe this doesn't come out nice and easy. And you also want to try the key. Make sure the key slides and comes out nice without sticking. See there? Nice and easy. That's how you want it. If it's dragging, then chances are you've got this too tight. You may have to loosen it off a little bit, snug it back, and do it just snug. You know what I mean? And then leave it. Yep. Now that is the only thing that's going to keep this door locked is this deadbolt, and that's fine by me. Okay. And so now I've got to get this strike plate installed. We'll do that next.